Hey guys, it's Wagstar here again today, and today I wanted to talk about a Warframe that I haven't seen used a lot since it first came out, and that would be Titania. And by use, I mean people seem to level it and think it's pretty cool, but they don't really seem to think it's strong enough against the higher level enemies like the sorties and the lore and stuff, and they seem to scrap it or leave it in their inventory never to be used again. And today, I'm going to try and convince you that you should not just leave it sitting there, and that Titania is a very good frame for many things, and that she can be very powerful. First of all, Titania is very good at breaking out of the world. Titania's razor wings makes her smaller than normal, at nearly half the size. This allows for you to wedge yourself in some very awkward spots. Plus, when you get out of the world, you can fly around almost forever. This part of Titania is one of my favorites. I love breaking the maps and Warframes, and this is by far the best frame for that. Titania is also good for crowd control. I'll be the first to admit that she's not amazing at it, but it works. For crowd control, you'll want to build her for her first and her third ability by adding as much duration and range as you possibly can. I personally don't use a crowd control Titania because I prefer a razor wing build for flying out of the maps and that sort of stuff. As far as razor wing goes, I'd say I've got a very good build that I like and that's totally original. However, there are probably some other good builds out there. Right now, I have a 3 Forma, Exilus adapter, and a potato build. Now, I formaed the aura to be a dash, and it's important to mention it because you can leave it at its default, which I believe is a V, or change it. The reason I changed it to a dash is because Energy Siphon is really helpful when you're flying outside the world and you run out of energy. So either way works, but this one fits my purposes better. In the Exilus adapter slot, I put Piercing Step to boost her already impressive bullet jump, mostly just for fun, so that's really not a necessity either, I guess. Now, I've seen a few builds that say that there's really no need for redirection or vitality or anything like that in a razor wing build, because you'll be evading and flying around and tiny and all that sort of stuff. But you can't fly forever, and it's a good idea to have at least 2 seconds survivability on the ground. Overall, I've got an efficiency and strength build, with constitution on there since duration acts as a pseudo-efficiency. There is one more key to this build that's very, very important to have. Your primary weapon. Titania's Dex Pixia, the primary weapons while in Razor Wing, scale off the damage and the mods of your primary weapons. I personally recommend using the Tigris Prime if available to you, but since the quest is available at Mastery Rank 7, and the Tigris Prime and Sancti Tigris unlock at Mastery Rank 13, I recommend just using the normal Tigris, since its damage is already so impressive anyways. Here's my Tigris Prime build with a few Forma in it. Once again, it's probably not the best build, but it's good for Razor Wing because it's straight up damage, and the Dex Pixia have almost no critical or status chance. Unfortunately, her Dawada do not scale off your melee weapons, so you can use whatever you want there. Unfortunately, there are some downsides to everything. In Razor Wing, you cannot hack or interact with things like Italian stars or treasures. This can be very annoying. Also, Titania may seem good for stealth, but she's really not. The little butterflies that you get in Razor Wing can set off alarms and kill enemies which set off more alarms and do other annoying things. But overall, Titania is still a lot of fun and very useful. With some testing, I was able to take out a level 105 bombard in about 10 seconds. It was only a level 105 because it scales with Mastery Rank in the Smoke Room, and that's all I could do. The issue here is that bombards will 1 to 2 shot you while you're in Razor Wing with this build, so you don't really have long. I recommend hiding and letting your little butterflies go distract the bombard before you even think about engaging. This will have him distracted and slightly damaged when you go to take the kill. Make sure to aim for those headshots, they're very helpful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this very good video about a very good fairy frame called Titania. I'm out.